Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. Bitcoin price in decline and has been now since yesterday, guys. This is the chart on the daily, the Bitcoin chart, and since yesterday, Thursday, November the 2nd, we have seen nothing but a decline for Bitcoin, and that trend looks like it's continuing. It looks as though Bitcoin price is basing back into this area here that we saw it bounce off of over the last couple of weeks now. Support, broke up, and now we're kind of basing down in and around here, which is former support, and that is $34,200. You guys can see over here, we did see Bitcoin try to push up against this same level here. So old resistance now becomes new support. Actually, there's another one in and around here, and another support actually in and around here. So it has been confirmed. Now, the fact of the matter remains that we have bounced off this level of support several times, which means, in my opinion, we are probably going to break down lower. As I was saying over the last week, I even updated my subscribers over there on Patreon regarding a Bitcoin-related product that I purchased back in 2022 and sold some of that up here. I showed my Patreon subscribers the sell order, and I'm looking to get back into this Bitcoin-related product, so a bit of a swing trade. It's a Bitcoin product that follows the price of Bitcoin, so I'm treating that, so that's in my retirement account. And, for my patrons, I'm realizing that there are many things I can show you guys, and so that Bitcoin spot traded product is just one of them, and I feel like, because I'm spot trading Bitcoin and because I'm, essentially using my predictions to make these market moves, I thought, why the heck not? I'm going to show you guys that too. So I have the $10,000 portfolio over there at BITRUE. It's an open portfolio, so you guys can see exactly what I'm trading, the quantities, how much money I've been putting into these trades. It's the beginning of the month, so it's a good time to sign up, guys, for only $5 a month. I've kept it purposely affordable so that you guys can follow me throughout this bull cycle. We're going to see retracements in the meantime. That is what we are seeing now, guys. Fear and greed index still relatively high at 74. We've got market cap up here, $1.29 trillion. We've got 24-hour volume down a little bit. It's at 50.76 billion. Bitcoin dominance still hanging on just over 50%. But guys, look, in the last 24 hours, we have seen Bitcoin move down, and other coins are following, like Ethereum, like BNB, like XRP. Solana took a big hit, 10.8%. Dogecoin too, down 4%. So, Bitcoin moving downward. All the other coins are following. This is Ethereum. On the daily, you guys can see that trend over the last day. Ethereum is also another cryptocurrency coming down. Let me bring up the Solana chart here. Same type of pattern here following Bitcoin. And let me just bring up Dogecoin real quickly. You guys can see here Dogecoin also coming down, making that move downward. So if my calculations are correct, and I do still think there is opportunity to accumulate more altcoins, I have money on the side. Going to let my subscribers know at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel the moves I'm making to maximize profit this bull run around. I hope you guys are just as excited as me. I don't know. I feel like I get really excited about this kind of thing. I love making money in a bull run. This is, my favorite time in the crypto cycle because at this point, we're just starting to get rocking and rolling. XRP right now trading at 60.5 cents, 0.606 to be exact. And XRP trend hasn't, although it has gone down a little bit, we have not seen, it has rebounded a little bit over the last 4 hours or so. So this is XRP on the hourly. We can see that rebound is occurring. If I throw that on the daily though, only one bearish candlestick here, but technically long wick, long tail, short body, that could indicate a reversal. So even though technically it is bearish, the buying pressure was still fairly high, and I have a feeling it's because investors know what they want to hold this time around. Mac Attack XRP here, bringing this to our attention, guys. Final airdrop batch for XRP holders. Now, this is an airdrop for XCore. Quorum is an enterprise-grade Layer 1 blockchain, and they've commenced their final airdrop distribution for XRP holders. The distribution of the fourth and last installment of the highly anticipated 50 million XCore token, which was initially announced in March of 2023, is now underway and expected to be completed within the next 2 to 3 days. So expect that, guys, if you are receiving Quorum or XCore. The fourth and final Quorum airdrop distribution has started. Expect completion within 2 to 3 days. And they posted that. Let me just close that up again. They posted that back a couple of days ago on November the 1st. So that should be coming into your Quorum wallets or into your XCore wallets very, very soon. Wanted to thank Mac Attack for that update. Also happened to see this, guys, from the Wrath of Kahneman, Ripple partner and Ripple user Instarem is restarting services in India for payment needs for students overseas. So it looks like they initially stopped payments, but they're relaunching overseas payment services in India, empowering users with a convenient and affordable solution for international education payments. Instarem is a Ripple partner. They're also a leader in cross-border payment solutions. They're introducing the return of their digital remittance services in India specifically. And they're doing this vis-a-vis affordable overseas education payments. Instarem has been serving customers in India since 2018. However, due to a directive by the Reserve Bank of India due to SBM Bank, it paused its operations temporarily in early 2023, along with many other remittance providers in the region. The Instarem brand returning to India is powered by Nium Forex. So two Ripple partners here, Instarem and Nium is a Ripple partner, an established regulated provider of financial products and services in India, driven by a mission and commitment to make money simple for its users. The new solution offered by Instarem focuses on removing the pain points faced by individuals and students in particular. You got to think how many students go overseas for education, whether that is Great Britain or the US or Canada. Many different countries receive Indian students for educational purposes. And so, to convert the Indian rupee to whatever fiat currency, said country is using, whether it's the euro or the American dollar, Canadian dollar, whatever it is, Australian dollar, they're going to need a service that does this. And so Instarem back online using Ripple-enabled Nium Forex. So two Ripple partners here creating a usable service for Indian students. A major hurdle that many individuals face with remittances for education is funding a German blocked account or Canadian GIC account, a necessity if you wish to study in these countries. So again, you need, you need whatever fiat currency they accept. And so by providing that service again, boom, FX conversions in 3 seconds using RippleNet. Well, it seems like a no-brainer to me. So anyway, that is great news. I will post this in the description of the video for you guys wanting to read more, but wanted to thank the Wrath of Kahneman for posting that. Breaking news too, guys, coming out last night. I guess I should start this off by showing a picture of the guy. Crypto King Sam Bankman-Fried is guilty of FTX fraud. So courtesy of Kieran Kelly on Twitter, but not Global Tiger, posted this, a statement from the U.S. Attorney General Damian Williams regarding the FTX case. Guys, listen to what he has to say about crypto. It's actually a fairly positive message here. So Sam Bankman-Fried, crypto, but he doesn't conflate the two. Listen to this.
Sam Bankman-Fried perpetrated one of the biggest financial frauds in American history, a multi-billion-dollar scheme designed to make him the king of crypto. But here's the thing. The cryptocurrency industry might be new. The players like Sam Bankman-Fried might be new. But this kind of fraud, this kind of corruption is as old as time, and we have no patience for it. When I became U.S. Attorney, I promised that we would be relentless in rooting out corruption in our financial markets. This is what relentless looks like. This case moved at lightning speed. That was not a coincidence, that was a choice. And it's also a message. It's a warning, this case, to every single fraudster out there who thinks that they're untouchable, or that their crimes are too complex for us to catch, or that they're too powerful for us to prosecute, or that they could try to talk their way out of it when they get caught. Those folks should think again and cut it out. And if they don't, I promise we'll have enough handcuffs for all of them.
Boom. I'm going to leave it there. He does congratulate the team in the last part of this clip, but I will link it in the description if you guys want to watch. So corruption not going to be tolerated in the United States. But I'm happy, though, that District Attorney Williams did say, basically, this isn't about crypto. This is about corruption, and Sam Bankman-Fried was guilty, okay? Fraud charges are going to be laid against him, guys. This is what BBC is reporting. Crypto King Sam Bankman-Fried guilty of FTX fraud. The jury delivered its verdict after less than 5 hours of deliberation. It concluded a stunning fall from grace for the 31-year-old former billionaire. Bankman-Fried was arrested last year after his firm FTX went bankrupt. He now faces decades in prison. His sentencing has been set for March the 28th of next year. So we don't know what the sentence is going to be yet. Here's a quote. Sam Bankman-Fried perpetrated one of the biggest financial frauds in American history, a multi-billion-dollar scheme designed to make him the king of crypto. As you heard it from U.S. Attorney Damian Williams, this case has always been about lying, cheating, and stealing. and we have no patience for it. Prosecutors had accused Bankman-Fried of lying to investors and lenders and stealing billions of dollars from cryptocurrency exchange FTX, helping to precipitate its collapse. They charged him with 7 counts of fraud and money laundering. He has pleaded not guilty to all the charges, maintaining that while he had made mistakes, he acted in good faith. Well, it looks as though the jury did not buy it. Mr. Bankman-Fried maintains his innocence and will continue to vigorously fight the charges against him. This coming from his defense attorney, I guess. His lawyer, Mark Cohen. A spokesperson for Bankman-Fried did not immediately respond to the BBC for requests for comment. But guys, we are going to see a sentencing coming up in March. 5 of the charges Bankman-Fried was found guilty of carry a maximum prison term of 20 years. So he is looking at a potential max of 110 years behind bars. And although it is unlikely the judge will actually impose that, Bankman-Fried is expected to face a sentence lasting decades. Well, how long did Bernie Madoff go to jail? Or at least how long was his sentence? I know he's dead now. Just looking this up real quickly here. Bernie Madoff. Here, let's click on the Wikipedia link here. And does it give us a sentencing? I know it was a lot of years. Let's go down here. Investment scandal. Now, maybe easier would just be this. Google.com. How many years was Madoff sentenced? 150 years. On June the 29th, 2009, Madoff was sentenced to 150 years in prison, the maximum sentence allowed, and this was a similar case of fraud. Don't know what's going to happen to Sam Bankman-Fried. Some people in the XRP community have chimed in on this, Autism Capital, saying, guilty on 7 charges. Maximum sentence is 115 years. Sentencing is March the 28th. Likely a medium security prison. He's not a violent offender. He has a second trial on March the 11th, and that is going to be for 5 more charges. And the second trial sentencing may likely also be done on March the 28th, considering it will be close to the time of this trial too, the March 11th trial. So Mercury Crypto Invest saying, it's probably some obscure bank that they bought. That's a small company, nothing odd at all. That's how they wire money to Tether USD or whatever. Second trial likely won't happen, says John Doe here. If a term of high punishment is issued, it's not uncommon. Predicate of additional cases being dropped or unheard, basically not brought to trial. But this case involves political contributions, so it'll be interesting, the choice either way. John Deaton even did chime in here, and now, trust me, that BS argument that Sam was a victim being bullied by the government is going to bite him in the ass. I predict 60 or plus years. So John Deaton thinks he's going to get 60 plus years, 60 years or more. Ashley Prosper down here saying, I have no doubt that the judge will want to send a strong message, but 60 years? Well, you've been right about everything else, so I won't bet against you. Wheezy at Nerd Nation Unbox posting, for context, this same judge, Judge Kaplan, was the one who sentenced Trendon Shavers, who committed the first BTC fraud case, to 18 months in prison. Shavers stole over $700,000 worth of Bitcoin in 2013 prices. Well, what would that be worth today? I'm not going to bother doing the math, but so 18 months for $700,000. We're talking amounts in the billions, though, for Sam Bankman-Fried. Obviously, the crypto industry has gotten a lot bigger. Oscar Arnerson here saying this. I could see that happening, but in my humble opinion, with all the monstrosities in the world, I don't think anyone should be locked up for life for fin-type crimes. Don't get me wrong, though. The punishment should be very strong. But if he's there for life, he'll be taught a lesson, but never in a way where he can apply it. And I think that defeats the purpose. Perhaps it will send a message to other criminals, but I suspect it will fall on deaf ears, and they'll keep criming. I do agree that the I was being bullied argument is absolute horse manure. That said, this is not a one-man operation, and there are dozens of people who should be going down with him, and I hope they do. So, this is part of it, guys. John Deaton thinks 60 plus years. And he's going to be in a medium security prison. Michael Branch here posting this. Odds are he'll be sent to a prison closer to his family on the West Coast. We know Sam Bankman-Fried's family is from California. And so is that where he'll spend his sentence? I guess they're already kind of jumping to conclusions that he will get jail time. Sam Bankman-Fried is now entering a new darker chapter in his life, as the last one ended with a guilty verdict. After only a few hours of deliberation on Thursday evening, a Manhattan jury convicted Sam Bankman-Fried of all 7 counts of fraud and conspiracy charges levied against him by the U.S. government, bringing the saga of crypto exchange FTX's incredible rise and spectacular collapse to a narrative conclusion. Down here, legal consultant Christopher Zoukis says that he will be probably sent to a medium security federal prison in California if the crypto founder receives a sentence of 25 years or more. Precedent suggests that he will likely receive a medium security prison designation, according to Zoukis. And even though Bankman-Fried was tried in New York, he's not from there. So Zoukis believes that because the entrepreneur was previously living under house arrest at his family's home in Palo Alto, odds are he'll be sent to a prison closer to his family on the West Coast. So who knows? They're also saying here that the medium security prisons in California are a lot harsher than the medium security prisons in New York. But you know what? You get what you deserve, Sam. You can't go on scamming people and think you can get away with it. So I guess we have to wait until March to hear what that sentencing is going to be. Wanted to thank Michael for posting that. Switching gears a little bit, guys. Flip the Chain here posted this. Now, recently we did hear about HSBC starting to tokenize gold. Now, SBI, guys, another Ripple partner, is now looking for tokenization of funds. Okay, David Schwartz was tagged in a video. He said tokenization will flow to the XRPL in a year and a half. Looking at the events, it's looking quite promising. Now, this was the clip of David Schwartz. This was from a recent conference, guys. I'm going to play you guys this first. David Schwartz talking about tokenization on the XRPL starting in about a year and a half. So a lot is happening at this moment in time. Listen to this.
I'm hoping that we're going to see, as real-world asset tokenization projects grow, I think the XRP Ledger is going to be a really good platform for them to launch on. Particularly because of the low fees and because of the integration with the DEX, with the proximity to sort of the movement of funds. The ability, if someone's going to buy, what do you want to do with a real-world tokenized asset? You want to buy it, you want to sell it, you want to hold it, you want to transfer it. And if you want to buy it and sell it, you want to be able to do that with whatever asset is convenient for you. You don't want to tie, if you tokenize some sort of debt, like you don't want to tie it to US dollars because then that limits access to it to people who have sort of proximity to US dollars. One of the things the XRP Ledger is good for is giving you sort of proximity to many different assets, and that exchange is seamlessly built in. So I think that's one of the many reasons why the XRP Ledger is going to be a good place to launch tokenized real-world assets. I think we'll see that in the next year and a half.
Tokenize assets in the next year and a half. Now, looking at this, SBI Digital Markets collaborates with UBS, guys. So, two Ripple partners here. We know SBI Digital, a Ripple partner, and UBS, also a Ripple partner. And guys, we're talking again about tokenization. Now, yesterday I did a video about HSBC and how they're tokenizing gold. The question was, the speculation rife, is it going to happen on the XRP Ledger? David Schwartz saying, more tokenization is going to happen within the next year and a half. And so with regards to this, earlier this month, we reported that UBS Asset Management piloted a tokenized money market fund on the Ethereum public blockchain. This was part of the Singapore Project Guardian experiments. After the initial trial, SBI Digital Markets collaborated with UBS, extending the functionality. SBI Digital Markets provides services for digital security issuance, custody, as well as advice. So they're saying, it was on the Ethereum public blockchain, but, we're going to see a lot of these other blockchains become interoperable. And even if the XRP Ledger is not ready, I guess, set up to scale today, I think we're going to see a lot more of that utility flow on the XRP Ledger in future months. And this was from David Schwartz from back last month. So he's saying year and a half, 2024, 2025, when we see that liquidity in markets. I mean, guys, right now, liquidity is fairly low in, all crypto markets. But that number is going to go up. That number is really going to rock and roll once we do start seeing that bull run, which could, in fact, translate to a utility bull run. So let me keep going because UAE also plans to tokenize bonds now issued on HSBC Orion, guys. So with regards to yesterday's video, we talked about HSBC and gold. Well, now the UAE plans to tokenize bonds on HSBC. They're using, again, the Orion blockchain. But again, to David Schwartz's point, we are going to see more of this coming down the pike in the coming years. HSBC has used blockchain for DLT for years, but it's now ramping up its activities. Just this week, it unveiled a tokenized gold offering and 2 tokenized deposit trials in Hong Kong. One with Ant Group and another with Visa, guys. More Ripple partnerships here indicated. It was also an active participant in tokenized deposit trials for the regulated liability network in the UK and the US. So HSBC, also tokenizing. And again, I'm not saying everything is going to be on the XRP Ledger. I do think, the interoperability plays a key factor in this because let's not forget, these companies also have, relationships with other businesses that are not necessarily going to work on the same blockchain as them. So the interoperability has to be there for these guys to be able to conduct business. This brings me back to this image that I remember from 2019. I even did a video on this. See if I can find it. I'll link it up here if I can. Pacho Muchacho posted this back in July of 2019. XRP will be backed by gold, not pegged to gold, to be the new quantum financial system before or by 2020. Okay, so his time predictions obviously were not correct. This was, of course, before the beer flu. AIIB uses CIPS, and that will replace SWIFT with XRP-based systems. SWIFT volume requires XRP to be $1,600 to $2,300 for this to work. But guys, look at who is indicated in this system of transfer. HSBC, okay? They play a key role here in transferring of the old system to the new. Liquidities are still flowing at the moment, left to right. So HSBC through SWIFT, AIIB, and guys, at this time, they were predicting the beginning of the quantum financial system. Could it be something else, though? I think a new financial system. I think, the tokenization of everything. We do see, too, here that XRP was involved in this. So gold-backed. This is all speculation, though. However, I should bring this to your attention. Remember, let us not forget, from Ian Binns on Twitter, Chris Larson, very proud to be part of this and helping to steer HSBC's strategy for cybersecurity and fintech innovation. Now, this was from years ago, and I believe it was from his LinkedIn profile. But guys, take a look at this. On HSBC's board, HSBC appoints Technology Advisory Board, and Chris Larson from Ripple was included on HSBC's Board of Technology Advisors. So is it a coincidence now that we're seeing, HSBC tokenizing gold? We had the AIIB connection here from a few years ago. David Schwartz now saying that, tokenization of everything is going to be happening on the XRP ledger within a year and a half, all in time for XRP liquidity to ramp up in this next bull market. And so I'm going to be selling some of my XRP this bull run, but I will be holding some XRP for the long term. I'm going to be letting my subscribers on Patreon know my targets, not just for my XRP and my Bitcoin, but for all my cryptocurrencies. So if that's something you're interested in, guys, patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. But that's just my opinion. I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.